Most people train for months to run a marathon. Most people run maybe one marathon a year. Me, I'm setting out to run 2 marathons in a 35-day period. This is either going to be the craziest, most amazing adventure, or quite possibly one of my worst decisions. Either way, let's get to it.
So if you've been following around this channel, you know that I'm kind of on this running journey. I'm not an elite athlete. I'm not a beginner. I guess I'm somewhat experienced and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm just a guy who picked up running like so many other people during COVID as an easy way to get out of the house, and running was just a good transition from the cycling I used to do. But now I find myself in this situation where I have signed up for 2 marathons that are 35 days apart. So yeah. Okay, let me cut in here real quick. I'm editing this video and I realize that I bring up this situation that I'm in with these 2 marathons 35 days apart, but I don't explain how I got into that situation. The plan all along was never to run these 2 marathons together. I entered the Berlin Marathon lottery last year, didn't get a spot. I signed up for a bunch of charities, didn't get a spot. So I went ahead and I signed up for the DC Marathon because the following weekend we're going to be in the area for a wedding. So I figured might as well just fly back early because I've got friends and family and everything there. We can see our friends and family while we're in DC. Well, then just 2 weeks ago, I get an email from somebody at one of the charities saying, hey, we've got a spot all of a sudden. Somebody backed out, injured, whatever the case may be. At this point, it was like 40 days, 45 days before the marathon. And I originally told the guy, no, I can't do this. I can't raise that kind of money in that amount of time. And I'm already committed to DC. 2 days later, they came back and they're like, wait, we'll work with you on the donation side of it. And they cut over $1,000 off of the entrance fee. So now all of a sudden, we're in the realm of, realistically, it will cost me more in the future to do the marathon on my own with hotels and all of that stuff. So after a little bit of thought, maybe 30 minutes, I said, yes, let's do this. And then I had to figure out how to make all of this work. So now we'll go back to the rest of the video. That's what this is all about. I'm running the Washington, D.C. Marine Corps Marathon on October 26th, and I'll be running the Berlin Marathon on September 21st. So, yeah, let's go get some coffee, and I'll try to explain to you my motivation as to why I've decided to do this. Hey, thanks a lot. Thank you. Hey, how's it going? So what's the goal in doing this? See, I want to run the 6 major marathons, and Berlin is one of the 6 majors. And the majors are extremely, extremely hard to get into. So the motivation one is to run the 6, and this is an opportunity to run the 6. There's also a big, big part of this is a challenge to myself. See, my day-to-day work is kind of mundane. It's not super challenging in a way that I like it to be. My wife and I have hit a great part in our life where we're just like, everything is going pretty well, knock on wood. And this was going to be a personal challenge for me. Can I do it? Do I have what it takes to physically do it and push my body at close to 50 years old to run these 2 marathons back to back. Do I understand coaching and dynamics and training well enough to do a plan to do this? So there's a lot of motivating factors to it, but most importantly, I think it is to challenge myself. I want to see what I'm capable of and what I can do and what I can accomplish. And this is a great opportunity for me to get out of my comfort zone and really push myself to really see what's possible and what I'm capable of. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that aspect of it. So I'm gonna finish my coffee, and then I'll share how I plan on actually doing all of this stuff. So coffee's good. Okay, so what's the plan? Well, the original plan was to run a 3:45 marathon in Washington, D.C. But since Berlin's 35 days earlier, we had to make some serious changes. I'm not pushing for a 3:45. I'm going to try to get under 4. But the main plan and the main goals is finish healthy, and then if I can finish under 4, that's great. But to accomplish this, I obviously had to rechange my whole training plan. I was 11 or 12 weeks out from DC when I decided to do Berlin, and now I got to cut 5 weeks off of that. So there's a big concern about just overall body fatigue and burnout and injury. So I had to be really, really careful with how I changed my training plan. I had to increase the volume fairly quickly to be ready for Berlin, but not so quickly that I was going to burn myself out. So the plan is to do 5 runs a week, as I've been doing. It's drop the pace goal from 3:45 to 3:59. So that goes from like a 3:20, 3:25 a kilometer to like 3:37. And also work in strength training, really religiously work in strength training, 3 days a week strength training, to make sure that I am working the compounding muscles so that I don't overtrain one set of muscles and lead to IT band issues and other stuff. I'm also back to physio. I'm going to physio every other week. This physio is somebody that I've worked with in the past to recover from an injury, and he's really good about helping me understand my body and train to prevent injuries, not just fix the injury that I have now, but make sure that it doesn't come back. So that's the plan. So yeah, I guess next we got to talk about what's next and what's coming up. So looks like there's some rain coming in. So let's get to some place where I'm a little bit better covered, and we'll talk about what's coming up and what you can expect in the next few weeks and months from this vlog. Okay, I've gotten someplace that's a little bit more covered in case it actually starts raining. So what's coming next? I'm going to try to post every week until at least after the DC Marathon. I want to take everybody along on this journey with me. I'm not going to hide anything. I'm going to show the ups, the downs, the pros, the cons, explain how I'm feeling. Maybe I'll talk a little bit about how I prep for a training week. I actually just did a video of a full training week. I actually recorded that before I knew I was going to be doing this stuff. So I'll link that video up here. Yeah, maybe I'll talk a little bit about my gear, talk about the logistics to get to and from these marathons and stuff like that. But that's what's coming next. I guess we'll find out together if my body's going to hold up to this training and the quick turnaround for another marathon. And we're going to find out if I can really do this. I'm fairly confident I can, but there's always that lingering doubt in the back of your head. So yeah, that's what's next. So if if you want to follow along on this crazy journey, crazy experience, please do. Please comment below. Let me know what you think. Let me know if this is something you would do. Let me know if you think I'm completely bonkers and crazy for doing this. And then, yeah, just keep on coming back and see how progress is and how things are going. So, yeah, thanks for watching. And until next week, keep on keeping on. Thanks.